mention this with all due respect. Do you have more gray hair now than when you started the season?
I was looking at the introductory press conference.
Youthful Trevor Linden.
Yeah, I think I had more. Yeah, I think I have more gray hair today for sure. So,
when you look back, what have you learned about the position this year?
You know, I think it's interesting because as a player for 20 years, you see a very small sliver of what it involves. On this side, I've got a pretty good understanding of all the moving parts when you think about our amateur side, our pro side, the human performance side, the hockey ops side here, the player development side, you know, what's going on in Utica, where our prospects are in junior and college, and you know, we're continuing to look to the future as we go through this playoff run, and so you're never, I think as a player, you're singularly focused. You've got a specific job to do, and definitely on this side there's a lot of moving parts. So it's been interesting. It's been great working with Lawrence and Jim and Lauren, Stan, Wise. Yeah. It's been good. I've learned a lot, and it's been interesting. It's everything I thought it would be. There's certainly some challenges, and you know, it's been a good year.
What, were you prepared for it, Trev? Did you know what this entailed, or were you kind of like learning on the fly?
Yeah, I mean, I just, you know, it's interesting. From the time I was hired to July 15th, it was a flat-out sprint. There were so many issues, whether you think about hiring Jim, dealing with the coaching situation, hiring Willie, Ryan Kessler's situation. Jim came in and identified Jason Garrison as a situation that needed to be worked on. Draft, free agency. I woke up July 15th and I wondered where 3.5 months went. And so that I kind of expected. And I think there's different phases throughout the season. You look at that phase where, you know, up until the end of development camp, then there's the summer phase, which it kind of settles a little bit, and then you head into the season, and then I wasn't sure what to expect and how the flow would go, and how much time I'd get to spend with our amateur guys, how much time I'd get to be in Utica, that sort of thing. So I've seen a year cycle now, so I probably need to do a better job of figuring out what's absolutely necessary, what's a nice to do, and what's not necessary, because it's been a pretty crazy
time
year.
management, I'm thinking it's
hard.
just a huge
Yeah.
component of this
Yeah,
job.
for sure. And the one thing about it is you know, you hire good people, you let them do their thing, and I feel very comfortable. Jim has got such command of the direction of this organization. He really looks at the organization as a big circle of not the 22 guys here, 23 guys here. It's the 50 contracts we have. It's the operation in Utica. So he's got a real, I guess, big picture view of what we are, and so I feel comfortable with that. And you have to let people do their thing, and so it's worked out well so far.